Assalamu alaikum, welcome back to my channel. I have decided today that I am going to do a postpartum video. Fatima is almost 8 months and I suddenly realised that I've never actually talked to you about anything postpartum related. So we are here today to give you a little update on how things are going 8 months along the line. By the way, excuse the food all over the face and excuse the dodgy hairstyle, but we're just hanging out at home and we thought we'd just keep it real, right? 8 months in, the biggest and best thing about this little sweetheart so far is that I really feel like she has really come into her own. Like, she really knows herself. She's really developed her personality. She is a real cheeky little chops and I am quite nervous about what's in store for me when she hits the toddler stage. It's just absolutely beautiful to see her develop and change and grow each day, each week. And, you know, milestones aside, just seeing how her character is forming and seeing her take on some of my traits and some of my husband's traits, it's just so sweet and so endearing, mashallah. She is sitting really well. She has been for quite some time now. She isn't crawling yet. She's rolling over, she's turning a lot. She does plenty of rolling in the night to the point where I wonder what she's been doing in her sleep half the time. This little girl certainly has found her voice and she certainly wants to be heard. So she's very chatty, aren't you? Yeah. So she's saying things like ba ba ba, ma ma ma. She likes to scream. Oh yes. She likes to squeal. Oh yes. She more recently has been making this really annoying like grunting sound, and it's funny because every time she does it, it's basically when she's hungry or when she's tired or when she needs her nappy changing. Yeah, I'm just telling them how you like to have a good old chat, don't you? Yeah, you've always got a lot to say, haven't you? Yeah, exactly. I'm just telling them. So she started her solids roughly around the 5-month mark, and it's been going really well. She eats a variation of what we eat. I haven't done baby-led weaning as such. Do definitely, particularly with her dinner, like in the evening, like to strip her off and kind of down to her nappy, and she sits at the table. But then I just let her get involved really, and I like her to... Yes! I like her to get her hands in and kind of just experience the different textures and, you know, experience feeding herself. So I guess to a certain degree we're doing some baby-led weaning. We're kind of half and half. She's doing really well. She loves her food. It gives Daddy an opportunity to get involved, and he really likes feeding her now. He's really obsessed about her eating meat and really wants her to eat meat. A couple of weeks ago when he was off work, he said, I want to make Fatima some lunch. So we were like, okay, let's see what this is gonna be. And he made her fillet steak and mashed potatoes. So we had to have a bit of a conversation about how you can't chew fillet steak. When he gives her something and feeds her something, gets really excited about it, and she quite likes receiving it from him, so that's really lovely. One of the biggest challenges that we have had is that Fatima has never ever accepted the bottle. Partly I think this is my fault because I think I left it too long at the beginning. I was so conscious about her taking to breastfeeding properly that I didn't really bother with the bottle, and then when it came to trying to introduce it, she was like, no, you don't like the bottle. And we've tried everything. We really have tried every trick under the sun, and she has been having none of it. So that has kind of just meant that I've been very tied to her, which I don't mind, that's fine. And I've introduced a sippy cup, so she has water when she has her dinner. And that's kind of a bit of a hit and miss. Like, most of the time the water ends up all over her front, and limited amounts of it end up in her mouth. So the big question that you get asked about 5 million trillion times, and it's the question that everybody loves to ask and every mom hates to be asked, and that is she sleeping through the night? Or how does she sleep? Or is she a good sleeper? Oh my gosh, please, if you know me, do not ask me this question. Sleep has been our biggest problem. The sleep thief came at probably, well, from day one. He took our sleep and he never brought it back. And we don't know where our sleep did go, but somebody stole it. They stole it from you and they stole it from me, didn't they? And we don't know where that sleep has gone. Fatima has never slept well from day one. From the first night in hospital, I had to have her on my chest the entire night or she was screaming. So we have pretty much been surviving. And it's really funny, but like 8 months down the line, I think I've just adapted to having no sleep. Like in the beginning, it was really, really, really difficult to function. And I think now I've just got used to it. It's not that her sleep's necessarily got any better. I've just got used to having absolutely no sleep. On a bad night, she can wake up to 10 times. On a good night, she can wake up 2 to 3 times. I think she has slept through the night. She hasn't, to be honest. She's had maybe 2 or 3 nights in her entire life where she's woken once or twice. But pretty much we have nighttime hangouts. You and me together during the night, yum 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 yum, don't you? In my moments of complete insanity and sleep deprivation, I did think about sleep training. Not sleep training like proper sleep training, but I looked at different strategies and techniques that I could to try and get her to sleep better. To be perfectly honest with you, none of it ever felt right for me. That "you are biting me," ow. None of it ever felt right. I wasn't comfortable with any of it, and I've kind of like, it took me a while to come to terms with the fact that what's inside my heart and my gut is that I just want to let her develop at her pace as and when she's ready to develop. And if that means that she isn't going to sleep well for a long time, then so be it. You know, this is a really, really short time in our lives comparatively. She's waking several times a night. She's waking because she needs to wake for whatever reason, and whether it's because she wants a cuddle or she wants a bit of milk or she's scared or she's, you know, whatever it is, it's fine. She's 8 months old, you know. If she wants mummy 5 times a night, she can have mummy 5 times a night. And if I'm a crazy tired sleep deprived monster, then so be it, you know, because at the end of the day I will wake up tomorrow and she'll be 2 or 3 years old, you know. It's just time, subhanallah, time just goes so quickly. Just actually this week, she's just transitioning from 3 naps to 2 naps. So I'm kind of hoping that that's going to make a bit of a difference on the sleep thing. She does still wake up at 5:30 every morning, and give or take the odd occasion where she'll sleep later. So, you know, it's hardcore. It's hard going, and we would love you to sleep, but in your own time, inshallah. She's got 2 teeth. And boy, does mummy know about them. I think that's pretty much it for Fatima. Okay, so 8 months postpartum for mama. Well, I feel like I have just about regained my sanity. It's been beautiful and amazing and the best thing that's ever happened to me in my life, but it has also been the hardest, intense, overwhelming, physically draining, emotionally draining, like 8 months of my life. When you are really, really suffering from sleep deprivation, everything can feel like bigger than it is. You know, if your husband comes home half an hour late from work, it can feel like the end of the world. It's really, really difficult to keep your sanity and keep your balance. One of the biggest things that I have found challenging is that I am a bit obsessed about her nap times and her sleep, because sleep has just generally been such a big issue for us. So I do like her to get good naps in, and generally I like them to be at home because she sleeps much better. She's not ever been able to sleep in the pushchair very well or in the car very well. So I feel as a result of that I have become a really inflexible person. I'm not used to being like that. I'm used to being a really reliable friend, a friend who would go the extra mile, who would drive across the other side of London, who would make massive effort to see people. And I'm finding it really, really difficult to come to terms with the fact that I can't do that anymore. I don't want to upset people. I don't want to put people out. I don't want to irritate people with my inflexibility. I guess one of the things that every new mom obsesses about is their weight. I wasn't exactly a skinny mini before I had Fatima, and once I fell pregnant I kind of just thought, well, there's no point in worrying about it now. With my weight loss, basically since Ramadan I have been eating everything in sight, pretty much. And I know that breastfeeding makes you really hungry, and I know that sleep deprivation makes you feel like want to comfort eat and all this kind of stuff, but literally the amount of food that I'm consuming is like insane. Still have a long way to go to get to the weight that I want to be, and I have to be honest, it has really affected my confidence, and I have felt quite down at times about it. And I find it really, really difficult because I really struggle to fit in any form of exercise, and I know that it's just so important and the weight really isn't going to shift. And I've tried doing workout DVDs at home and I'll do it fine for a couple of weeks and then I just lose my motivation. I do really, really want to lose more weight. One thing that I think I've got much, much better at is utilising my time. Like before, I just never used to get, and just never used to achieve anything. Like it was just lucky if I made it from sunrise to sunset without going crazy. Like I never, like I feel like I'm more on top of my housework. I am not a domestic goddess by any means. Housework and that kind of thing doesn't come supernaturally to me, but I am trying, and inshallah I will be more organised. I guess the biggest thing that is happening for us at 8 months postpartum is that in 3 weeks time I will be returning to work part-time. I have really mixed feelings about this, and predominantly my feelings are really negative. I am feeling quite anxious about it, and it's just come way too soon, and I kind of regret saying that I would go back to work at this particular time. I feel like I haven't had enough time with her. I feel like she isn't settled enough. I am absolutely dreading leaving her, and just she hasn't ever been away from me. Just feel like it's going to be such a huge leap for her to go from having been away from me for maybe 2 hours to being away from me all day. And I know it's only 3 days a week, and so, you know, it will probably work out okay and the balance will probably be fine, but I'm not feeling good about it. I don't feel at ease with the decision, and basically we're going to trial it and see how things go. And you know, sometimes things feel like, when you think about things, they feel a lot worse than they actually are in reality, and I'm kind of hoping that that's going to be the case, that when I actually get back, I'll slip back into things and I'll actually enjoy the stimulation and enjoy putting that side of myself back into practice. So we'll see. Fatima is starting nursery in 2 weeks. I actually think it's going to be really good for her. I think she needs that social interaction, and she needs a bit of time away from me. And you know, I really, really, really love the nursery. I just had a really good feeling about it when I was there, so I'm really, really happy with where she's going to be. And I just, oh, do you know what, let's not even go there. There's pros and cons, isn't there? There's always pros and cons to returning to work, and I think it's every mother's biggest dilemma, isn't it, about what to do. You're just too damn stinking cute, aren't you? You're just too stinking cute, and mummy doesn't want to leave you. So I think that's pretty much it for 8 months postpartum. I have no idea why I haven't recorded a postpartum video up until now. I guess sometimes I think that it wouldn't be of interest to people, but then maybe it would. Please hit thumbs up if you like this video, and if you would like me to do any more kind of postpartum or baby related videos, then please do let me know. It's always good to get your feedback. We'll see you in our next video. Okay, take care everyone. Thank you for watching. Assalamu alaikum.